Welcome back, everyone, to Pillars of Eternity. I rested, and Sagani wanted to speak.
And I wasted 5 years looking for it.
Certainly you gained something from the experience. Besides corns and a bad case of spotted fever.
I can't help but wonder what any of this meant. Whether Persoc's life with us even mattered when it could be covered up like tracks under new snow.
I'm going to go with 5. Civilizations are built upon choices and passions of individuals from one lifetime to the next. Every life is meaningful.
Maybe you're right. But from down here, it's hard to see those designs.
You're not wrong.
Enough about me. How about you? You feel like you understand the purpose of your search for Theos?
I need to know what happened in my past and why it haunts me now.
Be careful what you wish for. Can't unlearn something like that.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, Theos isn't getting any closer. I suppose we'd best keep after him.
That's Boogie.
Lover of beyond.
Single keeper, you should have brought more friends. Keeper Wedra. Oh. Okay, no, she just sells things. Nah, man, I didn't come here to kill everybody. I just came here to kill one. Let me see what my reputation is in Erglonfoth. I'm guessing not good. Oh, well, okay, so Ethic Null has its own, has its own reputation. So what I've done here does not necessarily affect what happens elsewhere in Erglonfoth, which is interesting. Just like, wow, you scourged the blood sands. Barath told me to. Well, I mean, the gods made you do it. It is interesting working alongside a group of people who will believe that.
Of course.
Where the devil made me do it is an adequate excuse, you know. Okay. The Golden Grove. Into the White Void. Often ventures into Elmshore in search of remedies to prolong her life. Okay. Here you make certain poisons. Poisons? I only deal in tonics that heal and enlighten. Of course, many beneficial substances can be harmful when taken in great quantity. But that's just Varetha's way of keeping all things in balance. Oh, there's plenty. Concentrated Carogolan, undistilled spider venom, rotten blood moss, extract, cave coral mixed with skein bone. What would you want something with that? My friend Stilgar is dying. We want to use the creature's passing. I just thought I'd experiment with it and see what happens. An herbalist yourself you are. Well, here, take this. I mean, it's not wrong. I am experimenting with these substances. Oh, right. So let's go over here to Old Song real quick. Because I just need to tell these people, hey, yeah, you're not getting your temple back. Sorry. The dragon lives there now. The dragon is honoring Helea with her presence.
We saw you go up the mountain. Well, what happened?
She means to say that we're both very relieved to see you're safe.
Yes, of course, that too.
I decided to let the dragon and its young stay in the
Are
nest.
you insane? There's no telling how many kit those monsters will kill. How could you let them live?
If the Queen of Birds saw fit to conceive such a creature in her own skies, then who are we to destroy it? This is not the outcome I have prayed for, but perhaps it is Helia's will nonetheless. Perhaps speaking to her at Terevron will illuminate the matter.
Okay. Addendum added. Yes. Elmshore is, I believe, where we can find the woman who is unnaturally prolonging her life. No idea where she could be, so I'll just look around. Hello, boars. Woo! We got a corpse. Corpse means loot. Gimme, 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 gimme. It was Elmshore, right? Elmshore, yeah. Huh. That almost looks like a door. But it does not seem as if there is a way to open it. Here we go. As you draw near, she lifts her chin and looks at you with shifting hazel eyes.
Greetings, Estremor. You are among the ovates of the Golden Grove.
And you are?
I ovate, an ancient elm among poles and saplings. We have taken root in the same soil, and the others grow in my shade. Their roots nourish my soil. My branches give them shelter. Together, we grow.
Your essence churns like an eddy in the stream, Estremor. Speak the question on your soul. Baratha sent me down your life. It has continued for too long.
At least he chose someone who wouldn't wrap her intentions in trickery and lies. But what is a god that his voice should carry so far? And what are you that you should so eagerly obey? The gods only have dominion over what we seed, and you would cede matters of life and death to them.
The gods set the rules and let us do as we will, but that is merely a test. Only a fool thinks that he's been ceded anything. You do what your gods want, or you face the fire. This woman is about to become an example. Are you any different? You've extended your life beyond its natural span. Through work and wisdom, the greater the tree, the more fruit it may yield. There are vines climbing an ancient elm into the sunlight. My growth sustains them. Should our harmony fall prey to a god's jealousy? The gods are wiser and more ancient even than you. It is not for either of us to oppose them. It's a shame we cannot come to an accord. Okay. I was about to say, well, why is she so against the will of the gods? And then I remembered the Ovates do believe in the gods. They're natural philosophers. And like, they're not atheists as such, but they don't, they don't believe they should follow the rules.
Get a good shot with this. The druid has no sense.
The Ovate has been defeated.
As a peripatetic loner, I'm not privy to the latest news.
but the Hollowborn Children is a tale that has reached even my reclusive ears. Or, rather, ear.
Druids.
It's been a long time since I've spoken with my circle. They'd probably tell you what I'd tell you. This plight was most certainly the consequence of someone trespassing into Nguithan places, not meant for folk. I mean, what else other than the gods could inflict punishment of such impressive scale?
Well, I mean, you're partly right. Thoughts on the Hollowborn?
Anytime a life is separated from its soul, I wanted to pretend it was just a rumor when I first heard of it. In my youth, I'd cursed the dear Woodens for being ignorant despoilers that breed out of control. But soulless babies? What heartless gods would inflict that kind of tragedy? No parent or child deserves to be a part of that horror.
Let's talk of other matters.
Need something?
Tell me about yourself.
My second favorite subject. What would you like to know?
Okay. Tell me about Whale. Whale is known as the Eyeless Face, so his symbol seemed a good fit for my eye patch. Whale iconography is rather popular in my home tribe, but it seems he is not widely venerated here in the Deerwood. I remember thinking that if I consecrated my eye to he who obfuscates and reveals, then maybe with enough devotion, Whale would make a use of old ruined thing. So if you think you can see me staring at rumps and cleavage, it's really just the will of Whale controlling my gaze. Honest! What's your relationship with Gallowan? I was raised as a disciple of the Secret God. He is the champion of the hunt, be it the simple struggle for sustenance or the scholarly pursuit of knowledge. In my older years, I found life has shown me I am more suited to the ways of Wheel. The furious hunt for knowledge often outpaces the journey to real understanding. Huh. All sorts of things. Let's discuss something else. That's an unusually terse response from you. What are you holding
It's
back?
a long story, and I haven't really told it before to an outsider, so bear with me. I struggled with spirit shifting, the final rite of passage in my druidic training. I prayed to Gallowan for insight, and, in the style of seekers of old, went to the forest, alone, to ask for guidance. Then I got my answer, an answer at least, in the form of a vibrantly colored Stelgar that pounced from the underbrush and made a salient demonstration of its capacity to eat things 1/15 its size.
Let me guess. You're alive. How did you manage to fend off the beast?
Fended off. I ripped off its arm and sent it running. As the beast was lopping off bits of my handsomeness, I remember trying to fight back, swinging with arms too short to reach. I felt I had the energy for one last swipe at the beast's nose, and when I lashed out with a punch, my arm felt twice as massive, and my fingers sprouted talons. In a rush of power, I shifted into a mirror of my assailant. Apparently, he couldn't pick on someone his own size. By the battle's end, his severed arm was in my maw. The beast limped away in defeat.
Quite an impressive tale. I thought learning to spirit shift would win me some respect, maybe trap myself in a deer and lass with a lust for little men. Alas, I might have been better off staying a novice. When I wandered back to my village, they saw my wounds and asked what happened. I showed them. The name they call my form is the Autumn Stelgar, and they were not impressed. The Riao of my circle believed the Autumn Stelgar to be a heinous abomination. It said that if it eats you, your soul is lost. And as this was my first and most intuitive form, they deemed me a carrier of its evil. Even though I never so much as threatened my kin, I was ruled unfit and cast out. I don't know what message Gallowan is trying to send. The only lesson I learned was that the Secret God will punish you for seeking. So you don't choose your spirit-shifting form. No, it chose me, or so I imagine. I always assumed I would shift into a stoat. Seems more true to my nature. As the Obscured teaches, when the answer is inscrutable, one must be content to ponder the question. Were you at least recognized as a proper druid? No, but I know I passed an initiation rite 5 times more perilous than any of those kin betrayers that insisted I was a failure. So you're some sort of soul cannibal? No, at least I don't think so. I've never actually sat down and eaten an entire person to find out. I'm not that curious. Can you learn to spirit shift into something else? Already can, and sometimes do, but the druids of my circle assign great meaning to one's first form. I'll always be unclean to them. Thanks for telling me.
If you don't know me, you can't trust me. And if you can't trust me, odds are low you'll leap in front of a flying arrow to save my life. I've been meaning to visit the druids of Twin Elms to see if they know more about my spirit shift. If our journey takes us there, perhaps they can enlighten me with more information about the Autumn Stelgar. But for now, maybe we can talk about something less depressing?
Certainly.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. Okay, I may have killed all the druids who know something about the Autumn Stelgar. Fucking oops. Well, maybe I'll find some more information in Old Song. Old Song has the Temple to Gallowan. So, although there may be Wormwool. Although he may be right, although the Temple of Gallowan may be in a difficult position, perhaps the people there can still be like, oh yeah, the Autumn Stelgar, yeah man. Okay. Well, let's save real quick.
Tread
Yo.
carefully, Estermore.
Do you think you'd mind if I pet a Stelgar? So, where I'm from, petting a Stelgar doesn't mean what you think it means. Okay. Let me, you know what? Now that I have so many abilities, use per rest abilities. Yes.
Need something?
Yes?
Ready, Watcher.
Hey,
Beautiful. Lyris asked me to kill you. I almost wish you spoke true. Lyris doesn't have the ferocity to plot something like that. If he did, I would not lack a proper heir now. What's wrong? Murdered. Nearly every druid of the Ethic Null, slaughtered by their altars and bloodsands, and none know who are to blame. Those fool in the guided compass rejoice. They don't understand what we've lost. Okay. Yes. Who could have performed this massacre? Who left no survivors except a blind old woman? Oh, Zagani can't. I'm sorry, Seamok can't die because he's berserking. Local elf, literally too angry to die. Oh, and he gained enough endurance to be able to not die. Okay. Let's try the poison then. Considering this dude and his crew are just too swole to control. Yeah, man, here's the poison you asked me for. Something's wrong. What are you trying to give me? Distilled essence. Okay. That's funny. Watcher abilities.
Beyond
Okay, Haravius is down.
Lavar.
Seamok seems to be goddamn unkillable. Okay. I think I can take this guy. I just need to fight very smartly. Okay.
Hey,
Right.
What?
So we'll have Adair Endurance
Need
hold
something?
off that area, and then Haravius and I will
I'm here.
deal with this, and Sagani will stand in the center and shoot arrows at everyone. Next time on Pillars of Eternity. Good night, everyone.